Today, I'm going behind the scenes to uncover how McDonald's really works. I'll be seeing the new technology that predicts your order before you even know what you want. That's pretty nice. That doesn't actually work, does it? We'll grill the CEO.
The most frustrated customer message I get is when things not working.
Ask the questions everyone wants to know.
Why can't we have breakfast post 11 o'clock? Surely it can be done.
And discover the secret sauce that brings in $2 billion to the UK economy every year. All right, before we grill the CEO, the franchisee and the staff, let's have a quick history lesson about McDonald's. When McDonald's first opened its doors in London in 1974, people queued around the block for what was a completely new innovation at the time, fast food.
The once humble hamburger is the centre of it all.
Just get a fix, mate, please. Right, let's put the clock on that and see just how fast food really is.
It is fair to say there's been a few competitors since. Fast forward 50 years, McDonald's unique recipe for success sees them employ over 150,000 people across more than 1,500 restaurants in the UK, and 40% of their workforce are teenagers. By my estimates, more than 1 million Brits have worked at McDonald's over the last 50 years, making it one of the biggest employers in the UK that's ever existed. Right, where are we?
We are at Peggy Bedford McDonald's near Heathrow Airport.
And what's your name and your role here?
I'm Shafali Shankeen and I'm the franchisee.
And how long have you been the franchisee for?
I've been a franchisee for 4 years and I've had this restaurant for just under 3.
How good are you going to be on the drive-thru, do you think?
Well, not great, but I don't think I've done it in a while, but we're going to try.
You're going to show me?
I am going to show you.
Oh, right.
There's a card there too, so morning.
Morning.
Are you using the app?
Morning. Welcome to McDonald's. What would you like to order? An egg McMuffin meal. Okay, yep. Anything else with that?
What drink?
A latte. Great. Yes, the hash brown comes with it. Yeah, definitely. All right, great. That's exactly what I have for breakfast as well.
Microphone not working.
Anything else?
That's okay.
How did you find it? You're on the spot, right?
Yeah, you're right. Like, it's busy. I can see why you get through 4 million customers a day. It's like, for 5 minutes, we've done about 6 people at least.
Yeah. It's great, isn't it? And in fact, so when it's less than 33 cars, I think it is, you have one person here.
Yeah.
And if you've got more, then you have 2 people here. So one person to take the orders, one person to pay them.
Oh,
hello!
Hello.
Did
Now we
you-
see all sorts coming through. It's not in a marked car though.
What's it for? Is it promoters then?
It's for a podcast YouTube video.
You're going to so keep a lookout and send it to your friends.
Have you just finished shift then?
No, we just got a prisoner in, so just get something to eat.
Fair enough. It's
It's our bit for the community.
Yeah, I bet.
Cheers! See ya, have a good day.
Yeah, having even only been here for 10 minutes, we had sort of white van man, emergency services, businessmen, cab drivers, Mercedes E, like it's, oh, is that the onions?
Doing onions.
I love the onions. I might have extra onions at lunch.
Why franchising? Why McDonald's?
It's a brand that I've grown up with and my children are also growing up with. It's iconic. It's a local company, but a global company as well at the same time. I always wanted my own business from a young age. Never knew what in. I went to university, read maths, went into banking, so I did the make my parents happy job. Got to a point where I thought, actually, I want to do more. My parents came to this country with nothing in the 60s. They built a business. They had a snooker and pool club in Chiswick, which they had for 30 years. And I loved the passion that they had for their business. And I wanted something similar for myself. So it was my dad who mentioned franchising and McDonald's. And he also said that you wouldn't get it because it's so difficult to get. They have hundreds of applicants a year. So I thought, let me try. So I applied.
And your sister did it as well?
Yes, I've got a younger sister, 2 years younger, even though, I sometimes tell her I'm younger, but I'm not. She copied me.
So do you have like a bit of a rivalry then, so you can get the sort of biggest takings?
Yeah, we do, but it turns number of stores. Who's got more stores?
Okay, how many has she got then?
4.
4? So she's
Yeah, she's got 1 more and I've got 3. Yeah, that's fine. I've got drive-thrus. She's got some high-streets.
Oh, is that a kind of status thing then? Like, have you got a drive-thru? It's almost like 2 stores.
Yeah, it is, because you've got the drive-thru element as well. So
Yeah.
adds extra volume.
So how many people do you employ here then?
Well, in this store, just under 100.
Okay.
And then across all 3 restaurants, about 250.
Yeah.
So
That's a lot of people,
it
right? I
is.
mean, that is basically beyond medium-sized business, technically, right? Up to 250 people is... And so how do you look after them? What are you particularly proud of kind of doing, instructing? You've been doing this for 3 or 4
I know,
years.
and this is the best bit. And if we ask you, what do you enjoy about working at McDonald's? It's the people. We have something called a 3-legged stool,
Yeah.
where we have a stool and McDonald's looks after franchisees, the suppliers, and the corporate. So
Yeah.
it's 3 legs, and they're all looked after, and they do this day in and day out.
Right, we've had a look at the drive-thru with Shafali. Now it's time to look at the oldest way to order. The tills with Ahmed. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm Jimmy.
Good?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm
Right, so we're at the till,
All right.
right? And you're going to teach me how to take orders.
All right, so this is our menu. Here, we ask always the customer if they want a meal, because sometimes, okay, I want a sausage egg muffin, for example.
Yeah.
We ask them if they want it as a meal or on its own. If it's as a meal, we click here, and then it comes with hash brown and a drink. They choose the drink.
Yeah.
It can be large or medium.
But it's now just one till as well. I mean, like when I came when I was a kid, right? It'd just be rows and rows of tills, right?
Not really, no.
Like now
It's
there's
very
so many different
simple
ways you can
and
order.
Very easy.
And how did you end up working at McDonald's? What have you heard about McDonald's?
Well, when I came here, my point is I want to work in a customer service, and the best option for me is McDonald's. After 20 days, they offered me if I want to move on, to improve, to be a manager. And you believe
20
it?
days?
Yes. I just started.
Yeah.
They told me, okay, we've seen how you work, how you handle the customers and everything. You are not ready, but you are there.
Yeah, but you've got the.
You are there. I say, okay, let's do it.
No one's ever offered me a promotion after 20 days.
Yeah.
Just clarify that. Do you think you'll work at McDonald's for a long time?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Of course, absolutely. I've never felt happier, honestly, at work like I feel here.
That's amazing. And you can tell, right? I still find it odd looking back that there's only one till. But I guess it's just one of those things that happened over the years and you never realise it. Now, one of the new ways to order is table service. Let's see what it's like being out on the floor. And so you're taking this to a table?
No, this is takeaway. So wait.
Oh, it's a takeaway. Okay, right, so stick it in the bag.
Guess 140, please.
How many sort of table services do you get then?
We get a lot of table service orders.
Because that's quite like a new innovation, right?
It's mostly popular on Fridays or weekends. Like now that it's sunny, during the summer, they sit outside.
Okay.
Place your order on their phone, so you can actually place the order and bring it to you. To your table sitting outside.
What's the biggest order you've done, table service-wise?
We've had over 8 Happy Meals.
Really?
Yes, eight Happy Meals. That was a massive order. Yeah.
What else have kind of like McDonald's offered you then?
Okay, so I was given the opportunity to take part in a coaching course. I love football. I've been playing football ever since I was little, and my business manager knew about it.
Yeah.
So there was.
Who do you follow, by the way?
Sorry?
Who do you support?
Arsenal.
Okay. Yeah. Derby County.
And I've got a football coaching qualifications now for grassroots football.
And what would be your dream job?
I really want to be a business manager.
A business manager?
I believe I've got what it takes to be a business manager, to run a store or McDonald's store. I've come through the ranks.
Yeah.
I started here in the lobby. As customer care. For instance, you help a family get a high chair. And you bring the meal to them, or you get them sauces. And the way the parents thank you, the way the kids thank you, it fills your heart.
Yeah.
It really does feel.
Fills my heart as a parent when it happens as well. Would you like to be a franchisee? Yeah. But that's the real dream job then. It's not just a business manager beyond that.
The sky is the limit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not in that area though, maybe somewhere different.
yeah, different part of London.
Yeah,
right?
it's a different part of London.
The energy of that guy is so good. Also, I'm definitely going to be ordering table service next time I visit McDonald's with my kids. Right, now let's have a look at all the new technology and delivery systems that are being implemented right across the country. Mohammed, the business manager, is going to show us, and we're also joined by the main man himself, CEO of McDonald's UK and Ireland, Alistair. You've changed the store layout, right? Is this going to be something that you roll out in more stores over the coming years, presumably, right? Because it's a separate piece.
That's right, yeah. No, we've got over 300 of our nearly 1,600 restaurants are now laid out like this, and we'll continue that program to most of them. Not only is delivery only 25% of your orders, but on average a delivery order is twice the size of an ordinary order. Yeah. So whereas it's not too difficult putting together a Big Mac, fries and a drink, putting together a Big Mac, a cheeseburger, some nuggets, 2 drinks, a coffee, a flurry, that starts getting really, really quite difficult. Sometimes maybe you might have 100 couriers arriving in an hour. Yeah. That takes up a lot of space. So being able to create their own area, somewhere to put their bag down, somewhere where they can charge their phone, which is key to them being able to do their job. It also helps people in the dining room not to be navigating around a whole load of people who are there just to collect and leave. So if we can be the people who gets the food to them fastest, if we can enhance their experience, if they can park their vehicle, if they can get out of the rain, if they know they can see what orders are coming, all of that makes us their preferred destination. The more couriers available, the faster our customers will get their food and the better service we can provide. So we do have to think about what can we do to make those people as happy and as able to do the job well as they possibly can. You can see it. In fact, the delivery order goes through here now. You can just see the size of the bag.
Yeah.
What's got to go on? You imagine doing that without any of this table space, without this sort of space, all happening at that order assembly table over there. It's just too complex, too restricted in space.
So the kitchen size is getting bigger then, because you're right. So often we think of like innovation has to be technology, but actually like innovation in design of space is quite important as well, right?
Absolutely. It's innovation. It's an innovation process essentially. Here we go.
Like, can we see this? Because that is a big order, right? So like, how do you get that?
So actually, when the order prepare from there, we come on this trolley and we prepare the order in the bags, everything. And as you say, we make sure that all the components inside, right, sauces, napkins, everything goes in their bags, desired one. Once it's come everything, we put the ready order there.
Let's take a closer look at the new McDonald's Smart Scales in the packing station. It knows exactly how much your order should weigh. So a Big Mac meal should weigh like 800 grams, but it only reads 600. The system picks that up that yes, the drink is missing. It flags it before the order leaves.
And that will then flag.
If it's...
This is an incomplete order. If I do it, it will give me a flag that something is missing.
Yes.
So now I'm going to be completing the order. So when I complete order for it, I've got everything inside guest. So I'm going to recheck it. It's going to give me the requirements. As it helps us to speed up.
Yeah.
Plus in accuracy.
You were saying it takes you from sort of 93% to
97.5 now almost, so it's really hard to price.
I like that. 97.5.
Mohammed, how many delivery orders are you doing in your busiest hour on a Friday evening? You maybe do 300 deliveries a day on the busiest days?
No, it's not 300.
500. How many? 580.
It's the busiest
and that's something that didn't exist like 6 years ago.
Did not exist, exactly.
Next, we're going to be making a big arch, right? This is a bit I'm really excited about. They've put this towards the end, you might have guessed. What's that? Any burger wrap.
What do you mean? What did you mean?
I was just saying any burger wrap.
Soaps are there, there's neon there to get water out of that tank.
Yeah, no. Oh. So you're going to show us how a big arch is made. And what's your name?
My name is Liana.
Liana, brilliant. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Liana.
With every burger on toasted, our toasters. Yeah, we take the bun, so start toasting it here. You want to try with me? So we're going to put pounds on the side and heel. Yeah.
Right,
this side.
All right, yeah, good. Great mistake already. Yeah. Super.
While it's toasting, we can get
the big arch.
Big arch box is ready.
It's good because whenever I use one of these in a hotel, I burn it. So that's a good start.
So.
Oh, so this is the build card. Okay. Wow, this is a. Oh yeah. Okay. Right. So.
20 grams on each side. Yeah.
There we are, and then one on each side. Okay. All right.
Next is comes with the crispy onion, which is 14 grams.
Okay.
This is very important, which is the correct amount of the onion.
So I just grab a handful of onions.
A good handful.
And a good
handful.
Right.
That's it. That's
right.
it.
Is that? I feel like I'm taking a long time. Okay, so
lettuce comes with 28 grams.
28 grams worth of lettuce. So I'm going to try and guess 28 grams worth. That seems like a lot. I'll grab what I think is 28 grams of lettuce.
I think it's gonna be around 60.
That is a lot, isn't it? I'm not very good at
This
this.
could be the biggest big arch ever made.
Right, so where, should I put that on there? Yeah? Oh gosh, that is a lot. That is a lot. There are lots of onlookers here. Okay.
Have 3 pickles. Like
Understood.
3 pickles, right. I should be able to get that one right. Oh, I took 2 there. There we are. And how many slices of cheese then?
It comes with a 3 slices of white cheddar cheese.
3 slices.
So we're gonna put 2 over.
So 1 on each side.
It's 1 and we go. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, right, okay.
But yeah.
Why do we do that?
All will be revealed.
Oh, right, okay.
So we're moving down.
Right, so we're moving. All right, so moving down. Okay, so what's going on? What's going on here then? What's all these different?
It will tell us the time expiry. So this is expiring in 6 minutes and 55 seconds. So we should be using this first.
How many deep can it go?
So in each tray you can keep whole.
Okay.
Access it either side.
Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. Double yeah.
And then the cheese will go as we said. And then we stamp on top of the ground like this. Look something like it's like that.
Oh wow, that is good.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And now we're going to try and do mine.
Yeah. It's above the ground.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Right.
Sorry. Wait. Second party. Doing well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And you can put the cheese in the middle. And the most important part, where you have to.
It's got to be emphasised.
Don't worry, Jimmy, no one's watching.
No one's watching. Apart from 100,000 people.
Hey, almost.
That's pretty good. That is the problem with overloading the onion. There we are. Look at that. Lettuce burger. Biggest big arch ever made. I am actually quite pleased with that.
Biggest boxes.
Yeah, I can place it now in the biggest box. Right.
Nice work.
Alistair, how often do you do a sort of shift? Like, you do it from time to time? I know you won't be doing loads.
No, what we do is before every launch we have what we call NABIT, which is nuts and bolts training. And so all of our leadership team and all of the leadership franchisees will come together, and the first people to be trained on building a new burger in a restaurant will be us. So we get to go through what we're going to ask everybody else to do, make sure that we understand where any challenges might be before it then gets rolled out as training across the whole country. So there shouldn't ever be any new burger rolled out that we've not made ourselves before it gets to the restaurant.
Super. Right, it's lunchtime, so we are going to get out and let these people get on with their jobs, which seems busy. So we're doing a taste test. In the yellow jumper. Oh, it really has made it big. Okay. We're not doing the whole thing. Right, here we go. 2, 3. That's delicious. Although I am worried I've had my Ed Miliband moment. Oh, that's good. So what's happening here?
Well, this is where it all comes together. You can see a conveyor belt coming through there. That's where people are preparing the food, as you've just done, Jimmy, at the back of the kitchen. Finished burgers will be put on there, and they will come through onto this heated landing zone. So this is where I will assemble the orders, and you'll see burgers coming through there, chicken nuggets coming through there. The fries will be brought across from over here to be matched up with them, and off the orders goes.
How much time do you spend on kind of research and development of products?
A lot. I mean, something like Big Arch, that's been in development for about 3 years. One of the gaps on our menu was for really busy, when you're really hungry. People said, there's other places I might go with than McDonald's when I'm really hungry. And so we knew there's a real opportunity. What they did say to us is, I have to go there when I'm really hungry because you haven't got a really big burger. Like no one else has got a unique McDonald's taste. So our brief was, how do you create a big eat with the unique McDonald's taste? And the Big Arch was born.
So how are you surveying customers then to find out that? Because I wouldn't have thought that was something that some people would say about McDonald's about not having a Big Mac. You've got the Big Mac, right? So, yeah.
They sort of look at, we run what we call menu architecture studies. That helps us understand everything on our menu, everything on the competitor's menu, and then we start to ask customers what they buy for where and why. And then we give them choices. If this is available and that's not available, what do you pick? And that helps us understand things like, one, where the gaps are on the menu, but also where you've got two items that are maybe serving the same need, and perhaps you don't need two of those items. Of course, as you've seen, the kitchens aren't used, so for us to bring something new in, we have to think about what could we remove to make space for it. So that menu architecture helps us understand what's the perfect menu for McDonald's customers.
Okay. You're going to give us a bit of a show?
Please do. Over on the left here, you've got our beverage center. A quarter of our business is beverages these days. You can see that. We've got 3 coffee machines.
Yeah.
That's because we sell more coffee than Starbucks in the statue. You've got an automated beverage machine there, so when somebody places an order for a sparkling soft drink, that will automatically go to that machine. Right. And one of the magic machines at McDonald's, the milkshake machine. Okay, with our milkshakes are all been famous for, but our strawberry milkshake is our second or third best-selling drink, cold drink in most of our restaurants, and it's probably the most frustrated customer message I get is when milkshake machines not working. So it's really critical to us that we keep that going. But those ingredients you see there, what have we got? 10 pots.
Yeah.
That services everything on our menu. So it's really efficient use of ingredients. And if we want to introduce a new ingredient, something's got to go.
And all the beef is British and Irish, right? And that's been the case for a little.
Yes, well, we'll see beef going down in it. We're 100% British and Irish beef, and it's nothing but beef. People sometimes ask, well, what else do you do? We don't. It's just beef, and then we just add a touch of salt and pepper after cooking for flavour.
Yeah.
But that's all that goes into there. You'll see on the other side of the kitchen we'll be serving fries made 100% British potatoes. If I
100% British potatoes?
100%. One of the things that I visited one of our potato farms last year, and you start doing numbers of how many potatoes we buy, and I think if you averaged out every potato plant in this country, on average, at least one potato from that plant would end up in a McDonald's fries. It's that many British potatoes goes into our fries, and they're that popular with the top line. So have we got any meat going down soon or not?
Yeah, we're going to put the meat down now. So
that's going down. It's timed. Heat is applied top and bottom. It's one of the things that amazed me on my first visit to McDonald's kitchen was to know that at that time on that grill, they could fulfill me 6 seconds. Not 45, not 47, 46, because that's the right time. Every day, this will recalibrate to know whether it should be 46, 47, 48, depending on how efficient the temperature is.
Oh, yeah, you can see the counter down there, right? So I've got a question for you. On the website, on the McDonald's website, it lists your favourite burger as the quarter pounder deluxe.
Absolutely.
Which is not on the menu.
It's not on the menu,
right?
no, it's a limited time. The first thing, I hadn't been on the menu for many years. And I used to, before I joined the company, I would order at the drive-thru and explain to them what they needed to put into it. So I knew all the ingredients in the kitchen. And it took me 18 months to get it on the menu for a limited period of time, having joined as the chief marketing officer. And we last ran it in May, June last year. And it's still very popular.
It's still very good. So will that automatically open now?
Just look.
Bang, it's done.
This is how we know how much food to prepare. That's what we need for the next 15 minutes, projected based on what we expect to sell, and that will adjust all the time, and the team will use that to put it into these cabinets, knowing that most things only hold for 10 minutes.
And what are the things you're making those predictions on for the next 15 minutes then?
So based on historic sales. So
historic sales. This time last year.
This time last year, last week, yesterday even, an hour of the day, knowing that people are buying something different between 12 and 1 and what they'll be buying between 7 and 8 as we call our Phoenix shifts based on time of day. A big arch, for instance, is much more popular in the evening than it is at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Chicken wrap, much more popular at lunchtime than in the evening.
And why can't we have breakfast post 11 o'clock? Surely it can be done.
It can be done, but it's hugely complex. Two big things are driving to that. You see how busy it is, the kitchen already. Of course, a different set of ingredients. So for every breakfast ingredient, I need another one to go on there. And then we have to have a grill operating at a different temperature. So our pork patties cook at a different temperature.
Okay.
And our eggs. So all our eggs are 100% English, British, free range, cracked each morning onto that grill. So again, it has to be the right temperature to crack the egg onto the grill. So immediately we wouldn't be able to run one of those grills to beef. So then you're restricting our ability of how many beef sandwiches we can sell at any point in time.
And how many eggs do you reckon the company goes through a day?
Well, on an average day, I think something like 250,000.
Wow.
Last February, we launched or relaunched our breakfast wrap, which had 2 eggs in it. Well, it happened to be a wild holiday at the time. And I got a message telling me how well it done, and it done superbly well. It took me about a minute to go. So everyone worked out the fact we've just sold 200,000 more eggs than we expect to do today.
Yeah.
And are the eggs of Britain ready for that? because these are real products. You can't just get 200 more eggs unless you're ready to. This is the manager's office.
But that's interesting that the launch dates are planned out sort of already. I mean, tell us, right? But like Monopoly in September.
Again, when you start thinking about a business that can suddenly be selling 400,000 of a burger in one day, that takes a lot to get supply chain ready for that day. There needs to be a marketing campaign that's ready to go. You need to train 150,000 people on how to serve that product. So we plan a long way in advance.
So this is a fridge.
This is
oh my word, it goes on.
This is where you need to be brave. This is to step into the freezer, of course, where all the beef and the fries are stored. We're halfway through a day, so you've got half a day to a day's worth of French fries there.
Look at all those French fries
there.
Go. Oh my word! I think, where's that hot coffee? Tell me what is the job of chief exec of McDonald's?
Ultimately, I think of it as being about helping people reach their potential. We employ nearly 160,000 people under the McDonald's brand in this country, and if every one of those feels able to reach their potential and maybe stretch it a little bit, everything else will fall into place. We will offer our customers the best service. We'll be able to deliver the food that they want, the great taste that they crave, in a better way than anybody else. We'll be able to serve them quickly as they want. We will have the confidence to innovate and continue to be ahead of the competition. But it all starts with leading people. Our business is first and foremost a people business.
And what takes up your time that you hadn't been anticipating?
I think it's less about what takes up the time that I hadn't been anticipating. It's more about understanding that you need to be continually flexible. That the business is so large and so multifaceted that there's always going to be something else that requires attention. And trying to spread it between the proactive thinking and reacting to what's happening is always a challenge. Undoubtedly, the biggest thing is people, one way or another, whether it's how are we going to motivate, train and develop people who are leading our business, or whether it's reacting to issues that might occur in a restaurant. But it's also understanding that it's not just ourselves that control our time. It could be pandemic, really, coming from nowhere that suddenly dictates you doing business differently. It could be the media driving a particular agenda at any point in time. It could be a trend, it could be a fashion, it could be competitor activity. But always being able to understand what's important and the best way to invest that critical resource of time is the most important set of decisions you make.
Now, I imagine that one of the things that's taken a huge amount of time that you hadn't been expected is the sort of various allegations that have taken place over the last few years, right? What steps have you put in place to alter that and to stop that from happening?
There's nothing more important to me than the well-being of our people, and that led to putting in place an immediate and extensive program of change and a big change project that, for me, leads the way in industry. Really, there's 5 big areas to it that we drove through. First and foremost, making sure that we improve our hiring and initial training program for everybody when they come into the business. Then it was about upskilling all of our managers. Then it was about introducing the biggest AI-enhanced Speak Up channel that exists in this country to ensure that everyone's able to speak up in the way they want to, when they want to, in the way that suits them. Backed up by enhanced investigation process to make sure that's as true as it can be, and then critically ensuring that we're able to swiftly take the right action whenever it's required if any allegations are upheld. And that gives us what I believe is industry leading in terms of the way we look after our people, and leaves us with a culture that I think we can be incredibly proud of. But critically for me, it's not a one-off thing. It's a forever focus now to ensure that our people are able to enjoy the environment they should.
And how does somebody blow the whistle now? How does somebody have that sort of process? What have you put in place? Because ultimately, you're never going to be able to stop all bad behaviour, right?
So there's 5 different ways that they can speak up in our business, from texting to email to phone calls. But the new channel we've launched, we call Red Flags, and Red Flag becomes the promotional aspect as well, so everyone knows what they're talking about. It becomes a language that people can use to say, I want to raise a red flag. But the Speak Up channel is enhanced by AI, so it means that as soon as somebody speaks up, are very quickly able to understand what type of issue is, make sure that it's directed in the right way, and make sure that person gets the support they need really, really quickly, and we're able to react more quicker than we would have done historically.
So that now sort of like almost skips out all the middle management. So somebody can kind of report something in and it goes straight to the kind of central.
Yeah, we have we call an investigation handling unit, and we have a people services help desk. Those people are able to collect any of those sort of concerns that people have. Of course, we always like people to be able to speak directly to a manager or somebody in the restaurant and get an immediate response, but also realistic. But not everyone's comfortable doing that. So this gives them a route to be able to escalate it very quickly, and that's to ensure that every single contact is dealt with in the way that we would hope they would be.
Okay, all right. And you have kids that are around the age that might be working at McDonald's. 40% of your workforce is teenagers. Would you be happy for them to work here?
I'm more than happy. They would never work in a place run by Dad because it wouldn't be a normal experience. But I absolutely would, and certainly a number of my close friends, their teenagers have and do work in our restaurants. And I fully encourage that. The experience that young people get is really good. It's my ambition that we become known as the best employer of young people in the country. Now, of course, there's one element in that which is just about being the best first job, because we're giving all sorts of people the opportunity to learn what it's like to be at work, to interact with other people, to have to be part of a team, to have to work with the commitments there are of being in work at a certain time and doing that for however many days you're committed to doing. But it's also developing lots of soft skills in people, the way that they're able to handle customers, all the demands that's coming. So that's a great first job, but it's a lot more than just a first job. I've got 2 of my current board started out their careers in restaurants, and today lead in the UK and Ireland business. And I've just heard that we've now had over 500 applications for our school leaver degree program. So that allows people to finish their A-levels and then come to McDonald's and do their degree as they work through the management training. So by the age of 23 or 24, we're seeing people running their own restaurant as a business manager. Now that might be a £5 or £6 million business, leading 120 plus people, earning a good salary of maybe £40,000 with a degree and no debt because they've not had to go through that. I think that's a really powerful model of education for the future. And of course, not only are those people now at the same age as other people with a degree, they've got a degree and 5 years of leadership experience.
Yeah,
you just cannot replace.
Who's got the best job at McDonald's? What's the best title out there?
I'd have to say the Chief Marketing Officer title is the best title.
It's the route you came from.
It's the route I came from, so I can talk with general knowledge. But at the end of the day, there are very, very few brands more famous than McDonald's in the world. The resources we have are superb, and we're an organisation that believes in the power of marketing. I think that's the single best job, and mine's not far behind, I have to say.
With that role, you were kind of overseeing more countries. Like, what are those kind of like country comparisons? Like, where does Britain compare on these different scales to other countries?
It's a good question. It's really interesting taking on a global role like that, because the first thing you know is that every country thinks they're unique.
Yeah,
and they are all unique, but they start off assuming that they're defined by being so different. In reality, what we find is our McDonald's business is largely the same all around the world, but it is the nuances that allow you to go from being good to being great in each territory. In this particular market, we're one of the highest volume markets. We sell more customers per restaurant than any other McDonald's market, and our restaurants happen to be 25% smaller. See, there's less land in the UK. Yeah. So that drives a whole load of challenges around how do you make sure we're offering the service we want and the range we want with less space and more people. Somewhere like France, they serve less than half as many people as we do, but they sell much bigger orders. It's a really big family occasion. Yeah, it's still culturally a much bigger moment based around meal times, was we will be busy all day long. That particular market has to be absolutely ready for 2 hours at lunchtime and 2 hours for dinner, because that's when that nation will eat. It's also, again, a nation where they embrace gastronomy so much more than we would do. So, that will be the first place that may offer a burger with foie gras on, for instance. But those type of moves, and certainly we were selling a goat's cheeseburger there very successfully a few years ago. You can't quite imagine UK being ready for that just yet. You certainly see those sort of nuances as you go around the world, and customers love them. So if we launch a New York stack here, people will want to come and try it. Our Philly cheese stack, people are, I've heard of that. That sounds really properly American. I want to come and try that burger. in India we offer the Maharaja mat, and
that sounds good.
These things, they capture a hint of the local culture and bring it together with McDonald's and create something special.
And previously you were, I know this is a long time ago, you're knocking on for 20 years now, but you were the lead marketing for Blockbuster.
That's right, yeah.
How do you sort of obviously had a very kind of famous business collapse, how does that sort of impact the way that you think about things now?
It taught me an awful lot, actually. The easy to write narrative would be Blockbuster wasn't successful because it was too slow to innovate and get into streaming. Now, the reality was Blockbuster was streaming movies when I joined them in 2002, when Netflix wasn't barely dreamed of, and they were already streaming them to Hull. The issue was how do you scale and how do you get the whole business supporting? In that particular business, the film studios and suppliers are critically important, and they need to be as interested in what you want to do for the future. It certainly taught me that if you want to be really successful, it's not enough just to think about what you want to do. You need to think, how is your model going to work for your suppliers? How is your model going to work for your customers? And ensure that you bring that together in a way that is really successful. And it's kind of what McDonald's is based on. We talk about the three-legged stool. The three legs of our stool being our suppliers, our company people, and our franchisees. And when it works for all three legs of those stools, we're unstoppable.
What's a British change that we could see to the menu? What's one thing that you would like to change?
Ultimately, as long as I don't mess around with the Big Mac and some of our core items, we can change whatever we like. And we do like to rotate in some promotional products to help us back. There is a space for Britishness. Previously, we've run a burger more dedicated to Britain. So with real mature cheddar cheese, on the usual 100% British and Irish patty, made entirely with British ingredients. That is always incredibly well received, as people like that touch of local to it. So I wouldn't rule out doing something like that again in the future.
Stilton cheese, maybe? Seeing as I'm from Derbyshire, I feel I've got to ask.
Yeah, I would be with you enjoying that. I think at the minute it's probably a little too polarising to work for quite as many people as we might like it to. Yeah. But I'm with you. It makes a great burger.
And what do you admire about Greggs? Because Greggs have had a phenomenal story over the last sort of 15 years or so. And have probably become quite a big competitor now. What do you look at and admire about their brand and their products?
No, I try not to spend too much time thinking about any one competitor. I prefer to think about our business, particularly about our customers. But what I do like to do is to understand where competitors are being successful and look at what it is they're doing for customers and why, to see what I can learn from that. An example you talk about, their focus on affordable food that's available quickly is impressive and is allowing them to connect with a certain customer really well. So it's really important to me that no matter what pressures we might find ourselves in from food inflation and things like that, that we never lose our own focus on value for money and how we have to be able to package our products in a way that makes them accessible for everybody. It's why our £5 meal deal, which gives people an opportunity to eat a decent amount of food for a very attractive price point, is really, really important. It tapped into a need that people had. So those are the sort of things I try and learn from looking at our competitors. But ultimately, I have to remember that we have a scale that nobody else has. And so getting obsessed by one competitor doesn't work. In the last 5 years, our growth alone in this market is bigger than our biggest competitor's total business today.
Yeah.
And so it's really important that the focus is the customer rather than competitor. See what I can learn from a competitor in how they appeal to customers, but ultimately make sure we're shaping our business to be right for the customers of McDonald's.
Franchisees. Been fascinating spending the day here, seeing how it all works. How is the future going to look for franchisees? Because you're planning a bit of an expansion of that over the next few years.
We are. I talked about the three legs of our stool, and the franchisees is critical leg of the stool. It's what makes us as strong as we are. 90% of our restaurants today are franchised. And we franchise restaurants because ultimately franchisees will run better restaurants than we do, because you've got a local business person operating in their community where they understand their customers, they understand their team in the restaurant, and they understand how to add value back into this community, as well as, of course, having a personal stake in that individual business. So franchising is incredibly important to us. We want to continue growing this business here. We'll open 100 restaurants in the next 18 months, and we'll continue that growth rate for a few years to come as yet.
And so how many people will you hire as part of that?
Well, so from a franchisee point of view, today we have 200. We think we need to be at 260 in the next 5 years. And we know there's some who will be coming to the end of the time when they want to sell their business and move on. So we have been recruiting about 15 franchisees a year. We need to double that for the next 3 or 4 years. And bear in mind that only something like 1 in 100 people who apply to become a franchisee are successful. So we need to cast our net wide, and we need to ensure people understand the benefits of franchising. It's a fantastic business to be in, but it needs the right type of people. Okay? It's not about a business you just invest in. It's about a business you have to be invested in. You have to be somebody who wants to run a restaurant, who wants to work with people, who gets pleasure, not out of just growing a business, but growing the people within it. And you have to have that mindset around growth, because our business only works when it's growing. So you have to have the same values as McDonald's. There can't be any gap between our values and the values of the people who want to be a franchisee, because that just doesn't and cannot work. But if you meet those criteria, then it's a really rewarding career for somebody.
What's one thing that you wouldn't mind losing off the menu? What's the one thing that Alistair doesn't like?
I say, I don't think there's anything I don't like on the menu. I don't very often personally eat the veggie dippers. It's not really that I don't like them. It's just chicken selects are so good. If I want something to dip into a nugget, into a sauce, that wins every single time. But no, it's the most difficult thing for me, because we're very clear that to put something new on the menu, you have to take something off. And my team will tell you that I'm quite hard to convince about taking things off the menu, because I get very attached to many lines. Everything has its merit.
What innovations might we see on the menu coming down the line? I know you won't give any exclusives right here on Jimmy's Jobs, but what's the thinking about how tastes are changing amongst the public?
Yeah, so look, I think when you look at the macro trends you see in protein generally, there's no doubt chicken is the fastest growing protein, and whilst beef is still in growth, it will grow faster. That's why we put loads of focus on chicken. In fact, we already sell more chicken in this country than KFC, so chicken's a huge part of our business, but expect to see that continue. Expect us to continue to invest in that. Keeping close to vegetarian and vegan trends is going to be really, really important to us. We launched them at Plant a couple of years ago. It did well, but there's still a plateau on what that can sell, because people only want to eat it on certain occasions. Now, that won't always be the same way. So our job is to work out and be just half a step ahead of our customers. If we get more than a step ahead, we'll have products that we can't sell. If we don't sell volume of them, we won't be able to serve good quality products. If we get a step behind our customers, then our competitors will literally have our lunch. So being half a step ahead to understand trends like the non-meat trends and to understand when to get in there is a really critical, important part of our job. The other big area, which again, no surprises, is beverages will continue to grow. It's already a quarter of our business. We have a huge coffee business, and more coffee than Starbucks is sold in McDonald's in the UK and Ireland. But it goes a lot beyond coffee. I'm really excited about some opportunities in cold beverages as well. We've just launched a frozen cherry lemonade, superb product. I know we talked about Generation Z a little while ago. It's such a sweet spot for Generation Z. Those type of products will only become a bigger part of the menu as we go forward. And I can't give you more details, we've got some fantastic beverage news coming at the end of July in this market, which again, I think is going to have people flooding in the doors.
Okay, that's exciting. Alistair, thanks so much for coming on Jimmy's Jobs. It's just been a real pleasure. I think when I posted on LinkedIn that we were doing this partnership, we got so many positive comments from people about their first job and about what it's taught them and so on. And particularly when there's such kind of a crisis in the job market, I think the fact that you're expanding, hiring more jobs, and the 40% of your workforce is teenagers is pretty extraordinary. And it's been fascinating to spend the day here and kind of really understand it all. You're doing an amazing job.
No, look, thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure to be able to show somebody around what our business is really all about. I'm really incredibly proud of it.
And your first job was at McDonald's, right? What did that teach you?
Oh, I mean, it taught me straight up that a team of 15-year-olds can run a multi-million-dollar business. 15-year-olds who can't keep their room clean can run a multi-million-dollar restaurant impeccably. So it told me the power of systems and processes and training and all of that.
I still remember my national insurance number off by heart because I was so keen to earn proper money, and then I went to work for McDonald's. Do you know what I mean? And then I loved working at McDonald's. The process and system of that vehicle, unbelievable.
So what did working at McDonald's kind of like teach you?
Oh God, it taught me a lot actually, weirdly, yeah.
But this location's great. We're next to McDonald's.
Yeah.
We always do well next to McDonald's.